Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome. So let's go straight to the point. What we'll be looking at is let's do some post analysis, starting with what we had yesterday. Okay, like I indicated, I took a buy here. As you can see, my buy position visibly. Took a buy here. Um, Take profit was smashed. I found another entry, actually two entries. It's supposed to enter together, but I'm using a very small leverage. So when I did my calculation, I put my buy stop, it wasn't activated, it wasn't filled. So I had to change to a different size and another different size to fill my 1%. I don't, like I told you guys, I don't trade over 1%, and my leverage is very tight. Okay, okay, let's leave that. By the way, I do 1:3 leverage. Okay, but let's leave that for now. What I'm trying to say is that I took two other buy positions that played out, but this is one thing I want to draw our attention, which is this swing position that was given. In fact, let me show you something quickly. This, excuse me. Let me just show you something very quickly. Look at this. Probable TP. This was shared on the 17th of June. And the trade was already activated before 17th of June. I think I did a video showing this buy position that I was looking at entering. Then probable TP once over above 165,500 institutional level. Then this is the smaller ones which I was just taking a chunk out of the meat, taking a little, then like that. This is the main meal. If it was going to fill me, give me my anticipated TP. And as you can see, okay, this one is on the break of this high. I'm anticipating more buys, which played out beautifully. This particular setup you're seeing, okay, I hope you fed your eyes enough seeing this. This is where my attention is. This buy position that started here with take profit here, which is above 167.5. Now let's go to our main chart. One 167.603. Look at it. As you can see, if I remove this yellow line, you see that it's above 167.5, which is it. And if I go to the 30 minutes time frame, you would see that little profit here. This was where I said if price breaks this high and spits a swift rally, and this was a one arrow as you saw. Okay, this was the position we took yesterday. This is what I want to bring our attention at. Okay, that the market always give you your profit so far as you're not paddling against the current. That is very important. You're not paddling against the current and you are not trying to be selfish. Okay, those who say I don't want to leave money on the table may end up actually losing their money. Imagine if I said I don't want to leave money at the table, let me put my TP here. This is my conservative TP. This is an aggressive TP. I always tell you guys that I have two types of TPs, take profits. If I say I wanted to put my take profit on the aggressive side, which is 1.8, let's say 1.800 or 1.815, 1.8.185, somewhere around here. If I say 1.800, you see that my order wasn't even filled at 1.800 institutional level. What I'm trying to say is that greed would have made me to lose this massive profit which is about 380.6 pips. Okay, because as you can see, price rallied, but imagine where price is now from this point. So a whooping how many pips has been subtracted from the price? 96.7 pips. 96. That is not a small pips. If you're somebody who is already grateful to even have 10 pips at a 1%, what I'm trying to say is that if you're using 1 hour, your 10 pips could give you your 1 hour. 50 pips could give you your 1 hour. All of this swing you're seeing, this swing position is just simply 1 hour. What this is just like what a caterpillar can do and what someone will do with shovel. Each person is doing according to his strength. I will not say because this is large, let me use 10 arrow. This is just 1 hour. And as it's going 1 hour, I am observing the trade every day rather, to see if it is playing fine. This from here to here gave me the same 1 hour I was looking for how many days. This from here to here gave me this 1 hour. So I gotten one, two, no, this was just a test I was doing. These two positions were not, I didn't trade the two of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 arrows plus this 1 arrow, which is a big one. So 1 arrow, which is the major one, plus 7 arrows. This big buy position you're seeing does not mean I put 5, anything greater than 1. It's still 1 arrow. That's what I'm trying to say. So it played out beautifully. Okay, so let's see what we got today. We finished with our post analysis for GJ today, as in British pound, Japanese yen. I'm looking for sales below here to give me my 1 hour first. I know there is clean traffic to go down, but at this point I am trying to secure my 1 hour first. Then here, this is my stop loss. If price breaks this low, I'm anticipating my 1 hour first. It could still drop further, but this is where my 1 hour would be. If price breaks this high, then buy position could be above here, but don't forget we are still in what? This zone. So anything could happen here. Anything could happen here. Okay, anything could happen here. So if you want to take buys, don't forget that a sweet buy would be above here, but then we've already reached our official take profit, which is the daily resistance. You've already reached the official take profit, and you don't have much gap between this. It's just tiny. So but if you can get a good position and this is supply zone, does not smack you down, then that is good. But normally the supply zone will play what it wants to play, retest is low, that is, this is in a row 2, retest is low. If it fails to continue down, then you anticipate what? A bullish momentum, which is, let's say, trend continuation failure, TCF. If it fails to continue its trend on this 1 hour time frame by continuing downwards using scenario 2, then you anticipate what? Buyers to come in. But we'll have to gauge momentum of the sellers versus the buyers, which is the inverse V formation. This is inverse V, this is V. Okay, we'll have to check the momentum, gauge the momentum of the sellers versus the buyers, which is the inverse V formation. Then scenario 1, I'm just looking at a break of this low to drop, okay, make a new low. So this would just be like, most persons may not get this point, but excuse me, This will just be like test 1. You want to get a deeper price, test 2. Then you give me your as in set 1, set 2, you give me test 1, test 2 before you do what? You go up. So after my set 2, I'm trying to see if I would get a test 1, test 2, or preferably V formation to indicate that the buyers are now interested in taking these buys. Okay, like I say, I am trying to be as transparent as possible and also simple as possible. Okay, so I'm trying to see a deeper retracement because this is a retracement phase. Forget about this trend, the retracement is coming. This is simply a retracement phase. Let me erase this. This is simply a retracement phase. Okay, in fact, I was already becoming skeptical taking any buys, anything above here. I was already becoming skeptical. And you see how the buys we are printing versus the sell. This is a slam dunk. Okay, so I'm trying to see if we can get a deeper retracement to give me set 2. I prefer lopsided V formation. Okay, not an equal V. So if we get a lopsided V formation, good. That will indicate that what will happen, we would be anticipating buys at least to this supply zone. If we cross breaches it bullishly, then we anticipate what? To the daily resistance. So this is where my take profit would my target for take profit, unless price prints a higher what? Prints even higher market value, okay, or higher price value. Okay, so let's look at gold. I hope the forecast for GJ was straightforward and easy to understand. For gold, like I said, I did not take any trade on gold because I was looking at buys above this supply zone, this gray area, sells below here. And as you can see, price has entered the zone, which I was looking at taking potential sales. So let's see how this will play out if it will dip further. So scenario 1 is for it to dip further. Scenario 2 is for it to go above here for buys. Okay, but as you can see, gold is just playing some higgledy-piggledy. So let's allow it do what it's got to do at the moment, then we'll do what we have to do. So scenario 1 for sales below this zone to mirror this clean traffic here. Scenario 2 for buys above this zone. So this is what I'm looking at the moment. Okay, so this up, down, or okay, okay. So this particular zone here is no longer my zone of interest because price has moved and I have to be fluid with it. Okay, I have to be fluid with it. So I'll be looking at potential area. I'll be looking at, to be on the safe side, will be somewhere around here. Okay, which is beautiful. So safe buys will be above this zone. But in fact, just for you see all of this, I'll prefer to just come above here to take any buys. So safe buys will be above here. But again, all of these are just areas that could act as encumbrance to bullish guys. So unless you are just addicted to gold, if not, I will just say let gold just be gold for this moment, okay? Or if gold wants to play, all of this is another thing. Gold can just push it with one strong move, okay? And don't forget that we have the Canadian guys giving their own impact today, sort of. So and Canadian is a commodity-based currency. The Canadian dollar is a commodity-based currency, and gold is commodity. So let's see if the Canadian dollar would influence the price of gold. Okay, then we'll just see a strong impulse move, ignoring all of this what senseless weak bearish drop. Okay, that is for gold. Let's look at for Bitcoin. Okay, no one should raise their hope about Bitcoin yet, because like I told you, this very moment Bitcoin is simulating or acting like a currency. At this very moment, you and I know that Bitcoin has not been institutionalized yet, so it's still behaving like something that has no father or no mother, nobody to caution, not even a guardian. Anyone with a big money can influence Bitcoin. But when the amount of those who have the big money and those who are populated with the small money are equal, then we will expect Bitcoin to reasonably behave. Okay, to behave reasonably. That's what I'm trying to say. So I indicated that potential buys should be above here. Okay, which as you can see the weakness in Bitcoin dropping. Potential buys was above there. We are still in the buyer's territory. So above here could indicate what? More buys. Below this zone will indicate more sells. I have not taken anything on Bitcoin yet because price has not been acting nice. So this is just what I'm looking at. Potential sells below here, potential buys above here, this particular zone. Okay. Don't forget that this was the last 4-hour sellers. So this is no longer important. This is what we are looking at. So we are in minor buyers territory. If price plays out fine, beautifully. If not, let's see what is going to happen. So this is it for British pound, Japanese yen, gold and Bitcoin. Okay, if you have any question, feel free to ask. If you're watching this video, the recording, then you can comment your question. Bye for now. Peace. The last but not the least, please don't forget to subscribe. Okay, don't forget to subscribe after you've hit the notification button, and after you've subscribed, hit the notification button. This is very important to me. Okay, this lecture is free of charge. I'm uploading it free of charge out of the good blessings of my heart. All I want from you is to please subscribe, hit the notification button, comment if you have question. If you don't have any question, you can show appreciation by commenting what you want to see next or how you feel about the training. If you want it to be simpler, if you want it to be faster, if you want it to be, just air your heart, but be nice. Okay, then don't forget to like. Bye for now.